All right. There are mind traps out there. And what I mean by that is people that are projecting off on you, because you're in their realm, you're in their presence. Listen, don't fall for it. They're just being them. But when you stay in tune and focus on yourself and how you want to express and how you want to be free, that's all you need to focus on. If you see someone, you feel a certain way, still remain in your beingness. That means still continue to do what you are doing. There's no need to hold, how do I say? Because I see a lot of people with, stale faces. You don't have to have a stale face too. Stand your ground. Be kind to yourself. Have that Buddha smile. Buddha smile is like, you're not like cheesing, but you're like, if, someone comes about, you could smile right back at them. You know what I mean? Excuse me. But listen, be yourself. Feel yourself. If you don't know how to be yourself, just feel yourself. Why are you getting anxiety all of a sudden because someone passed your way? Why do you feel frustrated? Why do you feel triggered? They're projecting onto you for a reason. Something wants to come out of you. You want to feel free. You want to be. So be. Laugh it off. Because people are in their own worlds. And I think of it this way, like solar systems. We all are different planets. So we're all going to move in a different beat. But when you see someone that's off beat, that you're not feeling, okay. How are you going to respond to that? How are you going to honor yourself in that moment? Are you going to sit and hide? Or are you going to stand tall and do what you were doing in the first place? Focus on being yourself. Not the best version of yourself. Not perfection. Not doing what you saw on TV. Not doing what you saw in the media. But being yourself. Well, how do I be myself? You have to figure out what that looks like to you. You have to start getting in touch with yourself, looking in the mirror and telling yourself you're beautiful, because you are beautiful. Focus on yourself. And I'm not talking selfishly, rudely. I'm not talking like that. I'm talking about being kind, being compassionate to yourself, whatever that looks like for you. Whether that's taking a long shower, waking up slowly while I have kids. Well, figure it out. Figure out the time slot you can have that for yourself. Because you're not running out of time. It's how you utilize your time. And I'm learning that myself. I'm learning how to utilize my time so I can be a bigger help to the world. And it takes bigger responsibility. But honing in on the simple responsibilities we have each day for ourselves. Make sure we're eating the right foods. Make sure we're drinking the right drink. Make sure we're getting the right rest. Whatever right looks like for you. Whatever makes you tick. Whatever makes you feel good. That's what I'm talking about. What's going to fuel you to be 100%? The same way you charge your phone. The same way you have to charge yourself. Let's get real. Let's walk into alignment together. Because the more and more you open your mind and your heart, the more and more you meet freedom each day. The more you're honest with yourself, the more you will meet honest ways of being with other people. Damn, they were real honest with me. I love that. Why wasn't that like before? Well, you weren't being honest with yourself. You were holding out. You were withholding energy. You were withholding information. The more and more we become, the more and more you become, because you're not going to arrive. This is a journey. This is not getting to A to point B. If you can end your day feeling good, then you've done your job. If you're not feeling good at the end of your day, if you're not feeling good at the end of your day, then we gotta tweak something. We gotta work on something. And whatever calls to you, jot it down. You know, I wasn't really into journaling. I tried so many times when I was younger. I would see it on, like, you know, on a movie or something. I'm like, ooh, I want a journal too. I want a diary. It never worked out. But now that I'm older, I have like 30 notebooks, and I've written probably in all of them different notes, different things. But that's my form of journaling. But now I'm trying to practice, you know, jotting everything in one book. But then I have notes, then I have quotes, then I have, you know, things I'm receiving from certain series I watch. Because I take notes too when I'm watching a movie and things. It's like that. But, and it's not to like hold it or review it. It's because when you write, you're writing to yourself. And you receive downloaded energy when you're writing in a notebook, when you're writing on a piece of paper, especially when there's certain planets or certain moon cycles going on. It's more potent. Think about the energy that heightens at a full moon or a new moon. If you're not into all of that, well, it's there and it's real. You could believe it or not, but it's there. But get it together. Be yourself. Stop jumping into the little mind traps people have for you because they're not feeling good with themselves. How do you show up? Well, you inspire by being yourself and remaining still, observing. Oh, wow. You know? Rather than judging. As soon as you feel like you're about to judge someone, snap out of it. They once were a baby. They have a story too. That's what I tell myself when someone like triggers me. I'm like, oof, okay. No. He once was a baby. He has a story too. And I'm here to be a compassionate, loving neighbor to him. However that looks like for me. That could also look like you having boundaries and keeping distance, because some people are they're unaware, unconscious of what a boundary looks like socially, physically. And speaking up in that moment if someone's in your bubble. Hey, excuse me, can you give me a couple of steps? Thank you so much. But being compassionate with it, not rude with it. Same thing with driving. You know, the same person that cut you off, I'm sure you cut off someone as well. But how are you going to respond this time to it, now knowing what I just shared? Take it with a grain of salt, but I want you to feel into it and do your own thing. Create your own flow, create your own rhythm, and go with it and flow with it. And that's how you get more and more into alignment. That's how you get more and more into knowing yourself and learning yourself, because you're taking conscious, intentional steps each day. All right, this was just a spark of energy. Stay tuned. I'm going to dive deep this week with a longer video. I'm practicing that as well. Sharing short, sharing long. All right, I love you. Be well. Be yourself. You could do this. Get into it. You don't want to wait 50 years later. Oh, let me start being kind and compassionate to people now that I'm leaving the earth, that I'm transitioning. No, get it done now. Be free now. Love yourself now. Get into a healthy mind state now. Have an open heart now. Have an open mind now. Okay, I love you. Be well.